The old kingdom itself was doomed. A new kingdom would rise, with its capital at Thebes. The glory of Thebes centered on the great temple of Karnak. During 1,500 years of construction, the pharaohs built and rebuilt portions of this temple. Karnak was dedicated to the god Amun-Ra, shown here on his throne. The pharaohs used Karnak to display themselves. Here is Seti I in his chariot. Seti in the classic pharaoh's pose, holding his enemies by their hair. Ramses II at Karnak. The little woman at Ramses' feet is his wife. Karnak's forest of columns. Pharaoh Thutmose I raised this obelisk 3,500 years ago. Thutmose I's daughter, Queen Hatshepsut, built her own obelisk, the tallest in Egypt. These twin towers must have been the inspiration for our own Washington Monument. Hatshepsut was king as well as queen, Egypt's first female pharaoh. Hatshepsut built her mortuary temple across the Nile from Thebes. New Kingdom pharaohs concealed their bodies nearby in the Valley of the Kings. The temple chapel to the goddess Hathor. Here is Hathor. The goddess Hathor also appeared as a cow. Hatshepsut's image used to be there in front of Hathor, but the queen's vengeful stepson, the pharaoh Thutmose III, obliterated Hatshepsut from every monument. So it is only Hatshepsut's temple that survives. Meet the pharaoh Amenhotep III and his queen. The colossi of Memnon are all that remain of this pharaoh's mortuary temple. The colossi used to guard the temple behind them. Amenhotep III put his own face on each colossus. But it's hard to tell now. Amenhotep had more lasting success with this building project, the Luxor Temple. Thebes' two great temples, Karnak and Luxor, were connected by an avenue of sphinxes. Ramses II couldn't help putting his face everywhere. The Luxor Temple entrance. There should be 2 obelisks here. When we get to the 19th century, I will explain why one is missing. The court and colonnade of Amenhotep III. Ramses II added this portion of the temple to display himself. The Luxor Temple is illuminated at night. She is Queen Nefertiti. Her husband is the pharaoh Akhenaten. Akhenaten and Nefertiti worship the sun god in place of Egypt's established gods. Here is the mighty Akhenaten, whose works were destroyed after his death as the new pharaoh brought back the old gods. The new pharaoh was a young man named Tutankhamun. His body was placed in gold coffins. The body was not mummified intact. This vessel held King Tut's intestines, and the vessel went into this shrine for the royal intestines. King Tut's tomb lay hidden for more than 3,000 years in the Valley of the Kings. Even in this wasteland, grave robbers ransacked all the other tombs. The pharaohs are gone now from the Valley of the Kings, and their tombs are open. Fantastic wall paintings decorate the tomb of Horemheb. Here the goddess Hathor offers him protection. I felt this was a much better look for Hathor than her appearance as a cow. Horemheb was the last pharaoh from King Tut's dynasty. And then came Ramses II. Abu Simbel, Ramses' greatest monument to Ramses.